My name is John Geisheker. I'm the Executive Director of Doctors Opposing Circumcision, an international coalition of medical professionals who believe that no one has the right to cut a child's genitals for cultural reasons, and this includes FGM, MGM, and intersex. Aren't you going to ask me? You had a question you wanted to ask me, as I recall.
Yes, John, tell me why you're here today at the Genital Autonomy Symposium.
So this is an existential question, like why are any of us here?
Yes, sure.
Well, okay. I mean, as to the symposium, this is, I think, my 6th symposium I've been to, and I find them wonderfully re-energizing on the issue. I mean, it really fires you up to get out there and do ever more advocacy work for children. It's a group I'm now familiar with on a first name basis and have been for years, and that, of course, partly makes it kind of an old home week session, but it's also hard stuff to think about, hard stuff to contemplate. Some of the pictures today were gruesome.
In fact, let me just back up. We were just talking about you presented today, and you presented a series of slides which included some very gruesome circumcision complication slides.
Yeah, I guess I was guilty of bringing some of the gruesome slides myself. I have this little subspecialty in that I run a hotline for parents whose child has been injured by a premature forcible foreskin retraction, which is a known medical injury. It's been done forever, at least in Anglophone medicine. And the poor child, just for 10 seconds of it, the poor child is born intact. His foreskin is bonded to his glands by a natural membrane, called a synechia or a common epithelium. And doctors will tear the foreskin back and destroy that membrane in the mistaken belief that the child needs to be cleaned inside there, which is crazy because, of course, that space is already sterile.
And you have a name for that kind of injury.
Yeah, it's a zombie meme. It's called PFFR, premature forcible foreskin retraction, and it's pure battery. It's absolutely illegal.
John, your website, Doctors Opposing Circumcision, has been very helpful to me in my work on Facebook, and I've shared it many times, and including the email address. But why don't you tell, because this is happening to many parents, and many parents are very concerned about it, why don't you tell parents right now how they can, the easiest way to contact you with a complaint that this has happened to their son?
Well, they can call my telephone number, 206-465-6636. Once again, in area code 206 in the Western Time Zone. The number is 465-6636. And I field calls all the time from parents. I get at least 2 a week and sometimes 3 in a single day.
And do you have an email address where they can also write?
Yeah, it's on. It's so long we won't discuss it here, but it's on the website. If you go to Doctors Opposing Circumcision website and look at the directors and the officers, etc., my contact details are right there.
I've shared the email address, and I too don't have it memorized.
Well, it's a horrible email address. It's way too long. I don't know how I ever got it.
Well, thank you, John. Thank you for being here, and wonderful presentation today.
Thanks.
Very educational and informative, and I will use different segments of it in my own work.
Best of luck with your work, Brother Kay.
Cheers.
You.